And we are at the start now in the Princess Royal Challenge Cup. It is Freya Keto from Great Britain and Kara Grzeskowiak from Australia.
We've got another boat race participants in this race. So Freya Keto raced for Cambridge this year. Cambridge were victorious in 2023. You can see off the start, Kara Grzeskowiak has taken quite a commanding lead already. That's about 2 lengths at the top of the island.
Kara, 27 years of age. She's raced at Henley once before, rowing for Canberra Rowing Club. She had a very tight race against Bryn Hodgkins, winning by 1 length. As we move here to the live shots, we can see that Kara is still in control of this race.
It looks like she's doing what she needs to do to maintain that 2-length lead. You can see that she's striking a lower rate than Freya Keto. You know, these are really energy-sapping conditions, rowing a single into the headwind, so she'll be doing what she needs to do to maintain that lead, and no more than that.
And Kara, really impressive athlete, coached by Mark Kwiatkowski at Canberra Rowing Club. She works full-time and trains outside of that. She was 8th at the New South Wales State Championships earlier this year. Dominant, certainly in the ACT, where she competes and lives, winning all of those events, including the state championships there. And she's a previous Australian national team member, having rowed in the women's quadruple sculls in 2019.
Freya Keto, you can see there in the light green of Cambridge University. That's not the only university that she's represented. In fact, I think her cap there may be from her other university, Brown. She rowed at Brown and did the Princess Grace for quad sculls with Brown University last year.
Kara seems to be really enjoying and making the most of these conditions. They're slow, heavy conditions in the single scull. This is a long race, but she's really long, levering into that head breeze and making the most of it.
That lead looks like it's still about, well, it's probably closer to 3 lengths now. But Freya Keto staying in it. You can just see how this smaller hull now of a single skull is just so much more vulnerable to the conditions of the water, be it the swell in the water or the wind, which makes single sculling in these conditions a real test of skill. You can just see how easy it is for the hull to twitch around, even if the sculler is on top of their game technically. You're still exposed to the conditions, and that's what you really need to master in order to win here at Henley.
Absolutely, Neil. And we see here Freya Keto desperately trying to get back onto terms with Kara, who is in a controlling position in this race. But you can see how many different elements there are to contend with, as you were speaking about. Freya just looked over her shoulder to check her steering. She's got the booms off there to her right, so a small steering adjustment required. But there's a bit of a roll in the water, there's the wind, and of course there's the crowd just off to her right, which is a whole other element, unlike what many rowers will get to experience outside of probably the Olympic Games.
And we can see her looking around there a couple of times, and again there, she knows the finish is coming. Looking to see how far she's got, whether she can dig in now and make a move.
And maintains her 4-length lead.
So Cara with a 4-length lead in control of this race. Barring any mishaps coming down to the line, a small steering correction, she will be progressing through to Saturday.
Approaching the finish, Grzeskowiak leads Keto.
That was a very composed race from Cara Grzeskowiak. Handled conditions very well, ended up well in control at the end there and mastered the conditions.